while my kids are outside playing with friends. I thought hopefully this would be just the perfect time to make a video and catch up on things. Hey there, welcome back to the channel. I'm Rachel and this is Moon Mystic Cottage. I have a little bit of a yarn haul for you today, so I hope you're ready for that. We're going to dive into this. This is a Premier Yarns yarn haul, and I ordered all this yarn with my own money. I am not sponsored or affiliated with them. Maybe someday, that would be really cool. But for right now, it's just me spending my own money like most of us do. I have a little variety of yarns sitting in front of me here. Most of them are acrylic yarns, but I'm going to go through them and show you what I have and what plans I have. I am also hoping within the next month or two to get a little bit more yarn from them. More recently, within the last couple of months, I started realizing just how much I really do enjoy crocheting. I've been crocheting for several years now, and I think that because I'm somebody that doesn't normally go with the trends as far as like, I don't use the chunky yarns for making plushies. I'm not making all those different kinds of plushies, and I'm not seeking out the crochet trends. I have been wanting to figure out what it is that I really enjoy creating that I might also want to create to sell, not just for myself, but to share and sell to others as part of my small business. And so it's been a bit of a journey over really like this past year or so, figuring out what do I want to crochet. So this summer now, I've been working on that. I've been figuring that out, and I'm actually working on some of my own patterns right now, which maybe eventually, hopefully eventually, I will have videos for some of the patterns and have some patterns available for sale in my shop. So I hope to eventually share more patterns, or at least what I have made here on this channel. Let's go ahead with the first yarn I have in front of me here. I have some of the Premier Yarns Cotton Sprout worsted weight yarn in the color Aqua, two of these in the color Leaf, and one in Orchid and in Bright Pink. Now, I originally bought these because see how well those go with my bedspread? I wanted to decorate this wall behind me. I have this grapevine wreath that my sister had made several years ago, and I never decorated it. Well, I had bought in some dried flowers, and I've actually just kind of forgotten about it, but I want to decorate the wreath with the dried flowers and hang it up on this wall here, but I wanted to add a little bit more to it. And at first I was thinking about creating like, the reason why I got two greens was to create some vines and make leaves, add leaves to it, and then use these colors to make flowers and add flowers to it. So that was the original plan, but very recently I thought of something else. I had gotten some wire, like armature wire, the kind of wire that someone might use inside of an amigurumi doll, because I wanted to kind of work on a pattern for something like that. And I might actually try making some small wreaths and crocheting around it and doing something with that. So, I could still make as a decoration for my own wall. That's definitely still an option. But I don't know. I'm gonna kind of play with that idea and maybe get some more colors of these eventually if I like it. This is a nice soft cotton yarn, 100% cotton. I will say this, it feels similar to I Love This Cotton yarn from Hobby Lobby, but like a step above as far as softness and hopefully quality as well. I have never worked with this cotton yarn before. I will find out and hopefully share some idea or project with you guys eventually down the road here. Then I have been working with their ribbon yarn, and a couple of years ago, I don't even remember when, a couple of years ago, I had bought in several skeins of some other colors, like a navy, a olive green, a purple, a gold and a red of their ribbon yarn. And I originally bought it, I think because I was going to make baskets. Well, I don't know, time flew by, I never made baskets. I've been making bags out of the yarn, like purses, small bags. And I'm working on one actually that I'm kind of really liking the concept of. It's not done yet, but I had ordered these. I got a couple skeins of each. This is the sand color. It looks a little more gray on camera. It is gray, but with like tan beige. So I have 2 of those. The pink one is rose, so 2 rose, and then a gray color. These are all kind of a heathered sort of look to them. This one is called Mist, and then this one is a bit darker, but it is tan. It's just called tan. I really like the combination of these 4 colors, but I don't know. We'll have to see. I'm gonna be a little creative with it, and whether or not I'm gonna do a striped bag or something else, we'll just have to see. One thing that I'm trying to make sure I'm not doing is overwhelming myself with too many different ideas. I do this all the time though, with everything in life. I always have different projects, but it's kind of just part of who I am, just being creative and making things and doing things all the time. But if I'm going to make some of these into patterns to sell, then I need there to be some level of consistency. You don't want to be making so many different things. It just ends up being overwhelming. So I'll have to see whether I'm gonna just make one bag idea pattern or maybe a couple of them. I'm not sure yet. Next thing here, and I didn't open one of these bags yet, I really want to make myself a type of granny square pull over sweater, basically, is the hope. And so I got 6 different colors here of the Premier Basics Chunky. This is a number 5, I do believe. Yes, right there, a number 5. And it's an acrylic yarn, but overall it feels like it's a nice quality acrylic yarn. I have 6 colors and I have 3 skeins in each color. These are each about 117 yards. So I'm hoping, we'll have to see if these will end up being enough depending on how I go about it. What I might end up doing is, and let me show you here. So I've got Heritage Blue, then Linen, the color Linen. Let's see here, Mustard, Terracotta. This one is Sage, and a pink color. This one is Orchid. Now, I like the combination of all these colors. It might not be to everybody else's flavor, but that's okay. What I might possibly end up doing with one of the colors, whether it would be Linen or one of the other ones, depending on how I go about my granny square, because I don't know if I want to do just a normal granny square or some other combination, and basically like every other square I kind of change it up just a little bit. But if I can maybe reserve one of the colors for a smaller detail within the granny squares so that I have enough of it for the sewing and crocheting together of the different pieces, as far as how I'm going to make like a front panel, a back panel, sleeves, etc. We'll just have to see. It's going to be a little bit of an experiment, and I'm gonna find out where that goes. The last type of yarn that I have here for this yarn haul is acrylic worsted weight yarn from Premier Yarns, and it's just their Premier Basics. I have already used 3 of these colors, just a little bit, and overall I am very happy with this acrylic yarn. It is softer and easier to work with than one of the popular brands out there that a lot of people tend to work with. I have been searching for something that is going to be a little bit better quality for my purposes, for what I want to create with them. I have here Mint Blush. I have 2 black. This one I think is peach or apricot. Where you at? Apricot. This pretty brown here is mahogany. Yellow, they call this one Sunny. I do plan to make some bees, and I just want to, bees, the bee pattern that you typically see, like they're all about the same, right? But I kind of want to try and make it my own just a little bit. I want to make a small bee, and I have an idea of how to maybe go about it in a different way, but I'll have to see what I can figure out. Then we've got, what's this one? Forest green, fern, celery. This one is this powder blue? Powder blue. It has a little tiny hint of purple to it, but not much. Light blue, good old white. I think this is butterscotch. Yes, butterscotch. Ballet. It's just a nice light pink. Crepe. Pumpkin. Garnet. And this one was pale orchid. I had come up with several different ideas for amigurumi plushies, and I'm working on patterns for them. There's a ghost pattern that I've been working on that would have a little mushroom cap hat, and also I'm going to do a pumpkin that would sit on its head, and so that's what the pumpkin yarn here is for, along with a leaf color. And there's other things too that I'm going to have in the works, and hopefully get most of these made sometime this summer yet. I hope so, because I want to have them made for the fall. Yeah, so I have a whole bunch of their acrylic yarn now, and like I said, overall I'm happy with it. I think it is a better quality acrylic than what I've used in the past, and I think will serve me well for the purpose of these amigurumi items. Let me know in the comments down below if you use Premier yarns, if you've used them in the past, what are your thoughts on it? Is it something that you've been happy with? So far, I'm happy with what I've used in the past and what I'm seeing here, and I hope to be buying some more later on this summer, because I have some ideas for items that I just want to make. I just want to try some things on my own. There's a scarf pattern, a scarf idea, a shawl idea, that I would like to create a pattern for with a certain kind of yarn. There's also a thin, like number 2 or 3 cotton yarn from them that I want to get, because I want to make myself a little, like, just a little lacy top that you can add to an outfit. I don't have anything like that, so that would be really cool to make my own. I'm excited to get started with all these yarns. The other thing too about these yarns is I think they're pretty well priced. Their acrylic yarns are, I swear they're only like $4 in the US. And then these ribbon yarn skeins I think are, is it $5.99, which, I mean, it's not bad for the amount that you get here. I don't think it's bad. I don't know, but those are just my thoughts. Thank you so much for tuning in for this video. I hope you enjoyed this yarn haul, and I can't wait to see what I'm going to create with them, and I can't wait to see what you guys are working on yourselves with your own projects and your own yarn, and I hope to see you in another video. Thank you for being here. I will catch you later. Bye.